Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is January 26, 2015, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the markets today, we've had some technical issues. So if you've seen that we haven't been giving the daily review, that's just because there were some issues with connectivity, but we're back today. But looking at the markets starting this week, there's a 11 o'clock number South African time this morning, a German IFO number coming out this morning. I'm not sure if it's going to be that big of a deal. Looking at the Euro USD, we're at 112. Okay, last time we had spoken, we were about 116. And look at this thing falter. And we had discussed this before, that if we were going to continue faltering this 118, breaching this 117 level, that we would see 110. And sure and behold, look at this weekly chart. We're at, all-time lows on the weekly chart, and we're holding at around breaking this 117 level. We're holding at 112 right now. Obviously the 110 level is psychologically a very big number, but I believe that this is going to be an area where we're going to bounce. Looking at this thing, it's really been pounded from 140 to 110 over the past half a year. So it's really a big nosedive for the Euro USD. Is this a point of no return? I'm not sure. Okay, to tell you, I don't know the macroeconomic side of things. I'm not sure what the money supply is in Europe. I'm not sure what the money supply is in the United States. But obviously there is some reallocation of the funds here that we're seeing, and where there's great fear, there's great opportunity. So with that said, just keep in mind that this can really pop up at any time and can really take back to 120 on the upside. So as quickly as it goes down, it may just go up. So like we've seen here, okay, like we've seen here, So just because it's gone down doesn't mean that it's forgotten. Okay, whereas something like the USD Swiss franc, like we see here, this is something that's really out of control. Okay, this is something that I don't believe is going to correct itself for a very, very long time, just because the macroeconomics don't warrant it to be corrected. And what I mean by that is that the Swiss government has really been stabilizing the dollar for not getting weaker, and at one point there's so much stabilizing they can do. So looking at these two charts, yes, there was a tremendous correction, but I'm not sure necessarily that that the euro is not going to correct itself in the short term. Looking at the USD Canadian dollar, also a major play on its highs and continue going higher. We were looking at this just a half a year ago and just breaking this 112 level, and now we're at 123. So that's major. That really is a major, major threshold, and I would really consider, keeping this on my radar and really taking advantage of as much as I can to maximize your profits here on the upside. Looking at the GBP USD, really flatlining here, not doing much, as we see here. We had played this range, and we continue playing this range, and then we continue selling lower. At 150, I said a few weeks ago that it would hit 150, and we're there. I think we're going to consolidate here on the long term. Looking at the GBP Japanese yen, you can see here that it's stabilizing. It's not going down. So it's showing some sort of strength, the GBP. So I wouldn't anticipate that it would continue going down. Looking at gold had a really nice rally to 1293. We're selling off to 1291 here. But if we look at an 8-hour chart, we really broke this 1235 level and took it up to 1300. Now 1300, this thing is I think justified. I think there's going to be a little bit of a correction because I think people are going to jump into the Dow Jones and start buying again. This is when we sold into January, and now we're coming into the end of January, coming February, and I think we're going to have higher highs in February, March. So I would keep an eye on the Dow Jones. Crude oil trading at $44 a barrel hasn't really jumped much. trading between $48 and $44 a barrel. You could buy the bottom of the range here. That's not such a bad play. Looking at your risk versus reward, yeah, that wouldn't be such a bad play. Buying some oil right here might be a good idea. All right, this is Fred Razak at CM Trading. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.